Group B, it won't be an easy road to the playoffs of Cologne. Fast out into the A site, it's a donut split, but Mainz getting taken back, and G2 have so many players and so much control. They will just swipe the ball clean of Astralis. 2-on-4, Stairs lost in the smoke, and Blame goes back to maybe an empty B bomb site. Nico's keeping an eye on it though, and he's got support, so this should just be dead in the water.
Yeah, look at it, man. G2 are just swarming here. Sure, might have had a chance on that first guy, but you weren't going to go any further than that. So the pistol round is found dominantly. Good use. He's done a lot of damage on this flank up through middle. How much can the pistols be expected to get away with? That dink is nice. A bit more damage downrange means that G2 can give this 2v2 a look in.
They've not got a kit, though. That's the big problem. And once Device clears out this flank, he can try and cover the cross onto Borup. He has his back turned, Borup a swing, and he shuts it down, thank goodness, with a double spray. That was so awkward. Device is back, completely open.
Leaving the B site hold entirely on the back of one man. So it's a retake B setup here for G2.
Oh, that, if anything, sells a bit of a fake. Buzz falling off there, but Nico spotted something up B, and we said it was time for him to get activated. This could be that round. Peeked from the site. He's going to be helped out by Hunter as Blame is left in a clutch with a DEAGLE, finishing what he started. Couple of low players. Blame takes a couple more shots, but Hunter is here to save the day with 4 kills on the anti-eco. Ooh, not nervous at all as Blame puts on a show. Astralis' ideas is thrown in the bin. Back to the B walk. Good timing on Hooksey's peek. Again, the hero of this CT side, and Nico is right beside as these two players put up what seems to be round 15. Blame and Buzz on a retrieval mission.
And you can feel that G2 think they've done enough, that they've won this round, right? They shut down the mid play. Now they've got the bomb outside of B. They know that they've pulled the wall over Astralis' eyes here. So a fantastic back and forth in this game. And in the end, G2 are the ones able to rise above it, winning out
kills, and they're not even going to be offered. This one is unwinnable for Nico. Even if he finds Blame, and he won't do that. 3 kills for Blame F. The captain stands tall, and Astralis steal the pistol. There's nothing more frustrating than that. G2 coming in with, you know, ready to re-execute the A site, ready with a get-out plan if it doesn't go their way. And not only does Device flank T-spawn, but then Astralis mid-push, and they just throw the entire plan into disarray. G2 don't even get to show us what they wanted, and Blame. Beautiful shooting on that USP. Smokes in, Device with his shot, and G2 run up the ramp.
And now you feel like, you know, your thoughts about how this round was going to pan out are correct. If you're Astralis, they had so many bodies ready to reinforce B. When you see that first man around the corner at ramp, you're kind of rubbing your hands together. Your sight lines, they know that it's not the A play anymore, so it's got to be B. It's got to be where Nico resides. Can he hold the sight long enough? Oh! Nico's dead! Stair has destroyed G2 in this round. And Hunter, as he plugs in these digits, he's got to find his way in the 1v2. Wow. Device will not let him have it.
That
beautifully.
As long as they don't overthink it. G2 have a bomb plant, and they have smokes down, and a winnable 2-on-4 right now. They just need to get that guaranteed plant in quick. Hooksey will put it in. Everyone's here. Blame on the flank. Late backstab. 2 kits. It's not like Astralis are uncomfortable about playing retake, but they've given G2 the room. Will they regret it? Yeah,
1 and done is not enough here. You need multi-kills out of the surviving players. Yes. And Justin never fires a bullet. Hooksey boxed in a corner. And Borup, even though the claws are out for Hooksey, Borup will overwhelm him. Astralis go into that round with reasons to win this round. All JKS has is this plant. Gonna back up. Look to play around it, ready for the cave swing, and even though he lands the tag, it's Blame F, the captain, with one hell of a celebration. He knows winning a round like that is so important. That crushes G2, that crushes them. They're going to have the plant, they're going to have another buy, but yet they're struggling to make ends meet now, Hugo.
Yeah, Stair, again, another 3K on the B-bomb. So that pushed through before the flash. He hunts Monacy on the AWP, and then he goes back in for more with a flashbang. That's such a ballsy play for Stair. This guy is not scared of G2 right now. And the results are speaking for themselves. More and more clutch rounds coming through for Astralis. Another 1v1. And the energy is definitely good on the Danish side. Wipe off that
He started
spin.
the round off taking space at B. If he can box them in a little bit along, if he can force a bit of respect on this retake, that would mean the world. 2G2, it's Modesty to find it, and NUKE follows up with a gnarly tap. Can't go any further, however. And now it is left onto Modesty. Doesn't have the big green. He would love it right now, and they've heard these steps. They know he's out at long. Now it's a bit of a mind game. Bomb not planted for Modesty. Nearly catches Blame crossing in, but Modesty has got to push up. He's got to close the gap, and in doing so, he plays right into the hands of Buzz.
That is
into the Astralis stack, and there's not really enough time left to change your mind on this. Device wins that first one, and now can re-smoke the cave. Stair can hold that. That frees up Device to go and play for this ramp fight. G2 are going to try and change this one. Oh, the bomb's going all the way back through spawn. I really don't know if there's time for this, JKS. I don't know, Justin. He's got to have his trainers on. He's got to be running as fast as he can.
Yeah.
This will be a buzzer beater of a round if G2 want to do it.
It's lost. There's nothing you can do. 20 seconds on a B-rotate.
They can't do it. They can't do it. They've lost this map. They've lost this map to time. Astralis didn't even realize that they were winning the map right now. That is mad. They'd relegated this to the save, but it gets so muddled.
Being made there, confusing us. Astralis coming in with a fresh squad and confident display, but NUKE answers with some shots of his own. 3 kills with the P250, all down middle, and Stair is a dead man. He just needs to make it so. G2 can just run their way at him. Knives are out, and NUKE comes in with a bang.
Yeah, quite the way to start this off for NUKE. He is pissed after how that last map ended, and he takes it all out on MF, who's trying to get ahead of him on the timings. This is a real mind game taking place here. NUKE, cognizant that he could have been heard, but he's got to believe. Taps on it, and Blame F still collects. My goodness. That's not even really a fight that Blame F should be ready for. Like, you've just heard him tap the bomb. There's 9 seconds left on the clock. They've lost rounds to not planting before, so every bone in your body thinks he's going to commit to the plant, and yet Blame F, quick reactions up through Banana, plays it perfectly. When Device gifts you a double opener on the Mag 7, you do not, you do not let him down.
NUKE, but what more can you do there? 5-7 hits diff. Device, he's going to see this fast mid-play, and Borum has to be ready right now because his team is smoked off. Molotov will help out. Borum runs through the flames, and NUKE hunts him down. Doesn't even choose to try and hang around and fight there. G2 just keep the pace going. NUKE hops into the site, and again, he's had enough. When NUKE activates, G2 look like a different team entirely as he takes a 3rd headshot over the graveyard. NUKE burying them here. 4 kills, just Blame F. And vengeance will taste oh so sweet.
They're cognizant of it. NUKE can't find it though, and that crossfire yields a round for Astralis.
And that's why Blame's play is actually really nice. Sure, going back through the molly, he thinks he can do it. He thinks he can survive, but as we can see, it's the way more dangerous option. He's scared of more long players. But getting rid of the guy in library, Hooksy can just dictate the pace of the round with this position. There's a minute on the clock. He's in enemy lines, and it's going to be so hard to actually play a crossfire from pit to site if Hooksy's alive, because you're just completely open to getting switches like this.
Hooksy dead. They're wrapping through the spawn. Stair will meet them here. They've got to get past him if they want to have a chance at winning this round. And with Blame F dead, it took Device coming in with the big green and removing this bomb, this spawn wrap, and he's even going to take it one step further. Looking to fight NUKE. He's on with the DEAGLE. Wants the ability for the instant kill, and he's going to get it. Device deagged out of the round. One more man up close. Low on HP is Buzz, but it won't matter. He does to NUKE what NUKE did to Device, gets revenge, and Astralis now are starting to amass quite the CT side. It's all starting to come together. Might have
down Banana, but it's at the right time, isn't it? Because it's only NUKE here in middle, lining up flashes, and now you know exactly what was in store. Buzz with his eyes on the apartments. They come flooding through. It might be the blood flood, though, as Borum drops another. Device picks out Hunter, and it's an easy-peasy round for Astralis, taking the lead back.
Oh, Device swinging around on the short side. First contact made at Hooksy. Borup dies immediately down in the pit, so this is all eyes on Device. This is one man versus the world. Oh, and Device thrives in this environment. Look at him go, finally locked out by NiKo. But he did what he had to do and then some in this round. NiKo's been the one guy to make it happen for G2. The one guy to try and bring them back into the fold. He needs this clutch, and he won't be able to find it. Stare again and again locks G2 out of these critical moments.
Attempt this retake, but Stare in the apartment right now looking to be the star that Astralis needed. The star Astralis hoped for, he has delivered in this series. Smoke for the pit. There's only Device there, though. They're entrenched within the bomb site. NiKo needs something magical in from long side. It's JKS moving in first. Doesn't clear his corner. Borup takes one. There's the backstab for Stare, and they start to fall. G2 with no solution, no answer to this call from Astralis, and it's a pistol round to boot on the back of Astralis that info. Even then, he's not convinced. So NiKo needs to hit more than just the one Deag.
Just crazy. We're in another spot where it's like NiKo has to win this round. Essentially, he's got to get out with a multi-kill here. One kill from him. Deagle up close. Oh, he's deadly with it. Another from NiKo, and Hooksy lines them up. An unlikely combo come together on that B site for G2. And so it's just trading these rounds.
For G2. Astralis do look convinced, they do look committed, they just want to gung-ho into this bomb site. Monacy hits Deagle. Oh, why stop? Why end the madness here? Let's just trade rounds all day. Borup pulls out nades. NiKo needs to hit the Deag, and he does on the third shot. Monacy follows up, and blink and you miss it. No one can get comfortable at the start of this half. Buzz might even give an AK over at the end. JKS falls off, and hey, a minute.
For them, it's not enough to just attempt. They need victory. They need the results here. It wasn't meant to get this close. It wasn't meant to be this down to the wire. But this is where we find ourselves. It's BlameF and Device. Two signature players for Astralis left in it, playing it perfectly between one another, and BlameF from the pool cleans it all up. You're in safe hands when it's him and Device left standing.
Yeah,
second one to follow. Buzz swings on the back of it, a light sprinkling of damage. He's drawing attention away from Device, and Device will combine. They find a killer piece. It's left onto NiKo, who's running out of time, and Device will not let them pass. Astralis, they keep the force by wars going.
Walking their rotate, they may as well just get in position. NiKo needs to multi-kill, and he gets deeked out, but there's no smoke down. These sprays are not pretty, and they will be punished. They will be picked apart. The bomb gets planted. 10 seconds, guns shuffled over, and Astralis are looking to win a round they had no business in.
This is an AK and a Deagle getting you into the post plant. If Astralis can find this, we're right back on to this weird start to the game. Buzz tucked in, goes uncleared, but Monacy turns around and they will hound down BlameF.
Still.
Now just two left to deal with. Device in at the back of the site. He's been instrumental in rounds like this. There's a lot of time ticked off the bomb, and Borup is just wasting more seconds. Seconds that G2 don't have. Device finally dealt with, and Monacy will find Borup to allow this round to come through, but it's not comfortable. It's not clean. The stress was there. This B play, NiKo's underhanded a smoke to cause a bit of chaos in the pool. Flashed in, he's gonna play on the back of it, and NiKo puts a leash on the Astralis B play. Monacy back turned on BlameF, that one's free, and it's just Buzz left to beat. Monacy and NiKo combine for 4 between them. And that's where G2 find their salvation. Now
rounds will not last long. Back to pistols, back to pace, into B, and in your face, Monacy! 3 Deags in 3 shots, and he wants every single one.
Have you ever seen something like that? My goodness! Take a bow, Monacy. It'd been the NiKo show up until this point, but with that display right there, Monacy cements himself as a real front-runner in this series. And if these two can find their footing, I mean, that's probably player of the year right there. Look at this. Unbelievable scenes. Like it's a pug. Like it's easy.
Like it's on rails. That is beautiful. Solo in the site. Got to care this apartment, and Monacy hits it. He's not missing now. Re-aggro at B is very dangerous.
Well timed on Nico's push though, but he's caught with nades out. It's Stare in the corner. A 1v2 for m0NESY. When you've just had a play like that in the last round, all the adrenaline, all of it coursing through your veins, there's that voice in the back of his head right now that's telling him, why not try it? But Stare's gone deep. Stare is deeper than m0NESY is ready for, and so he will be swift with the reply. Stare, multi-kill round of his own. Out of bounds right now. Nico's still floating around there, so the path in is up through the short side. Double sight for G2. With Hunter playing from back here at Moto, he's going to be able to play around this smoke. Use that to duck in and out of cover, but while he burns JKS forward, flying through the air, he somehow gets out with a double. Now the big question is, will Device check for Hunter? The time is awkward. Had to go back and get the bomb. He's just going to plant it, but Hunter can stop this right now, and he will. Daylight robbery from Hunter. And an awkward reaction to that bomb getting dropped forces Device's hand to plant that wide, and in doing so, he's...
finds that 5-on-4, and G2 have been so solid at closing out these advantageous rounds without a flash in the pocket. Astralis need to do it on gunfire alone.
Oh, but Hunter's dead immediately. m0NESY moves in with the AWP. He's gone as well. JKS from down in the pit, from bottom of the board, looks to try and safeguard this for G2. Take a bow, Justin. As he looks to make this happen, BlameF backstabbed, and it's JKS from the pit to send them packing and lock in a 3-map series after all.
He's never been in the arena, and it is never an easy road to get there. Astralis in a 2-on-4 fighting back, and HooXi tries to spam him through the smoke. The bomb will be planted. That bomb rotate is crept down, but Device is covering. This P250 can be lethal in the post-spawn, and it will certainly need to be as it swaps off, in fact, to the dual Berettas, back to the double door. There is no kit. Device can win this round with a couple of well-placed shots. They need to kill him quick together, and Device only puts down one more. It's going to be G2 with a pistol as they try. This is bad for Astralis, though. This is ultra bad. Nico, will he hold the shot?
Oh my goodness. Trying to get as much as he can out of it. Uses the trigger discipline to execute too. And with that, the round unravels for Astralis. Nico's like a ghost, a ghostly apparition, a demon in the back of the lobby that they were not ready for, and he's even going to hound down another. Beautifully played from Nico. Great round. He'll never realize why they were so unprepared for him outside, why no one was ready for that. But he plays it beautifully with the situation he gets himself into. And this was what started it all, this ring around the red box.
He doesn't go for too many as well. Just 2 kills is perfect. And I love it when you're making that play, he's telling his teammates, get ready.
From JKS in that position, the drop down was about half a second later than you would have liked. Still gets out of it with a lot, but Device is really looking to make this round intriguing. He's on some super weird routing here if you're G2. Now this is going to be heard by Nico, and Device should never check this. Device should never be ready for this, and he's not. So that AWP gets its head cut off. One head off the beast, a second found, and just Borup left to beat. G2 flow over Astralis down at lower. It knows about the heaven player, knows about the backside player. There's still one man unaccounted for, and that's making Device uneasy. He's going to try and fight the battle he knows about, and he deals with HooXi. He's ready for that re-peek out of the heavens, and when he isn't given it, he gets suspicious. Why have I not been traded yet? So he'll go hunting, and he finds JKS in the back of the lobby. This is a fantastically played 1-on-3 from Device, but there's one man still to beat. m0NESY gave him the wave earlier on.
Look at this.
Device reply with a smile. And now it's got to be Device's time in the limelight. Bomb retrieved. Plant found. m0NESY out through the door, and Device executes him. Clinically done, and he returns the favor. Beautiful scenes. Device shows how he taken the lobby control, and now Astralis have this awkward decision where they have to try and retake this, that they can't let G2 have it. They don't have any pressure outside, they don't have any presence there, so they've got to go fight for the lobby, and every step of the way it's thwart with danger. Even though Device is out in the A site, BlameF is pinned in, and they know he cannot be anywhere else. So it's down to Device to deliver again. Molly swings m0NESY wide, and this time he wins it out.
Yeah, full focus, not looking up from his screen.
Going to get thrown onto to him in the clutch, and he's low on health, so this is where the mop-up should look to come through. 2 players out from ramp. Huxi clearing the back line, but Stare adds another to the tally. Oh,
no
and one more for Stare! Low on HP, but not a care in the world. It's NUKE left to beat. Nades the door off. This is such a strong post plant. Stare can pick and choose his battles, and all the pressure, it's all on NUKE now. Running him down, even though he gets the kill. Stare has done enough. Beautifully done from the man who has so often been touted as the next hot thing in Denmark. Beautiful scenes from his DEAGLE play. Huxi has not moved a muscle. Still just waiting. Hunter clears out upper. Now they know it's the B play. Huxi drawing the attention in, making Blame uncomfortable, never giving him a moment of rest here to get set up for this post plant. Util goes out now. Blame F looking to give Astralis 5 at the end of the half, and they nearly line up for him. But Hunter will get the trade. G2 come together beautifully by the time NUKE rolls around, and they're sat just 5 rounds over. All the way in through ramp. This backstab could be timed perfectly. They've got knives pulled. He will only get 1 from it. That's going to pressure these players out of the heavens on the back of the flash. They've got to fight forward as Hunter corrupts the backline. Bested by Borup, and Buzz floats into the site to tap the bomb. Baiting peaks. NUKE finds him. Just Borup in this 1v2. And G2 don't have to fight him. They don't have to give him the satisfaction. And NUKE will go hunting anyway as G2 pick up the pistol. They want this info on that peak. Dead immediately. Buzz rotates in swiftly, looking to take up where his teammate left off, and he will deal with the double lower push. Contained nicely by Astralis. m0NESY and JKS are left to worry about, but they're nowhere to be found here. m0NESY might try and give a bit of room across to JKS to come in on this flank through ramp. He himself is getting hunted through the lobby, and so the one and done is all he gets. Right now, m0NESY knows he's got a 1v1 in the B site. He almost wants to try and pressure this. He wants to try and take it. But with no time, with no peek given, m0NESY is forced to head for the hills.
Yeah, his molly was so good. If he actually fought with it, he would have killed Buzz, who sat in it for 2 seconds and just swings out. m0NESY tries to use that molly to predict
through decon and win fight after fight, wave after wave of G2 players ready to meet them there. Hunter goes 1 for 1. The MP9s move into the site. They get up close where they do their best work. But dealing with m0NESY and JKS back in the doors, I mean, that's wishful thinking. And Astralis now try to head out of there, now try to save. G2 with not much to offer in this round. They find it. They deal with that lone B-site player.
Yeah, that's a call of desperation for Astralis, right? 14-5, cool. You have no kit. You are all stuck inside a decon, double smoked off, no ramp flank, and they still go for it. Yeah, you wouldn't do that in a closer game.
I believe he could still be here.
Yeah.
Blame F will locate him on that smoke fade, and now looks to clean house. The remaining G2 players, like lambs to the slaughter, go into this bomb site up against the rifles.
It doesn't always work, but I like that G2 tried it, right? Just pull out something that everyone knows what they're doing. Everyone's got late util to help JKS out. It's just a lot of smoke spam. Astralis read that very well. They started with 3 on top site immediately, and a 4th came in through main, so it wasn't too much of a surprise. But yeah, G2, they have the room to go for something like that.
Exactly, right? It's the freedom that comes with having 10 chances to close this game out, right? You don't feel so remiss.
A play while they all drop down the vent. It's a very cheeky move for G2, and it's getting weirder by the second with Hunter inside of the smoke. Oh, they spam it. Did they hear that? They did. And Hunter gets cleared out from the mist. 2 on 4. Someone needs to save the day, and it might be down to JKS, but flicked by Borup. Astralis get a commanding and convincing retake on that lower site, despite that upway. Dodges that next one. A nice attempt from Stare. Borup on top of the hut with a smoke in his face. Doesn't matter to him. He hits 3 heads, and Hunter has to reset and try and squeeze something out of this round. It's a good escape from Hunter. To commit into certain death on that A site was not the move. This at least gives him options.
And there are a lot of options open right now. They're going to hear him. They know the game's afoot. They know what's happening here. But now you've got to deal with it. Device and Buzz, the 2 left up against Hunter. Armed with only the Tech 9. Hunter's looking for a clutch to end this for G2. Early on in this series, this was the only way they could win rounds. Now they look to win the whole series on the back of one. Hunter up close, and the Tech-9 delivers. Hunter with the close, and the uncrowned Kings of G2 pick up some steam towards the end of this series. They believe...